Hello and welcome to another episode of Anime Lounge Short Flights. I'm your host Lance here today to talk about episode 6 of Undead Unluck. And if you're watching me up until this point, you know that every episode I read the manga along with me. So today's episode covers chapters 11 and 12. And again, right to a T. Anime today is doing a very good job staying true to their source. And holy crap, this one is right there with it. No, I didn't catch any differences. There might be one potential difference that I'll get to in a minute, but I think that might actually just be in the next episode. So, this episode, we get to meet Spoil. Spoil is I'm gonna just call it like a Titan. When I saw it, I thought of Attack on Titan right away. This thing emerged from the statue. I thought that was very strange. Also, I kind of missed. Is this the town of Longing that they're in? I think that's where they currently are. That's all right. So they entered this town through an RPG, just blasted a rocket through this wall. Zombies come busting out. That was pretty cool. Like I said in my last episode, huge zombie fan, so I had a lot of fun with this episode just in general, seeing zombies everywhere. Andy gets married almost. He's just about to do all this stuff. That whole scene was kind of just entertaining. When I first read it, I was a little iffy on. I'm like, God, they're just throwing some random crap in here. But it was interesting enough, and it was all to get us to the location of where Spoil was, and that was actually very strange. That Spoil was in the shape of that statue, and I thought it was pretty creative to keep that style of the statue on its face, like as its nose piece. So that was really cool. When they also showed, ooh, now I don't remember this if this was in the anime. Okay, I'm gonna just say what I remember from the manga. So there was when it might be in the next episode actually. So when Spoil first came to the town, it was just this sphere of a head, and it's like, well, I like where I am, so now I'm gonna start eating or not eating people, but infecting people. And we learned that Spoil has a radial effect, much like some of the other guys who have those kind of abilities. So it was just a smaller head of a sphere, and then this made me think of the artifact, the book Apocalypse. So it was making me wonder if all of these Umas are kind of artifact looking. Like, so we have Spoil, who is one style of the penalty, and then we eventually we're gonna have to come across like an unspoil. So I wonder if that's gonna come be explained too. I don't know. Anyway, the big takeaway from this episode is that we're just going to be fighting Spoil. He's not completely defeated yet. And another part that I was alluding to earlier was one part that might be skipped or might be in the next episode. When it came to those kids underground, um, that zombie who was the bride, that was their teacher. So there is a little connection there. So I wonder if they'll actually share that in the next episode because the kids come up and they see the teacher, and the teacher's not exactly 100% zombified yet. I don't remember if they said that in the anime, but she's like, when they were saying that I can understand her zombinese, I thought that was kind of funny. But that's also because she's not completely turned. So there's that. The concept of these numbers are also really cool. And if you didn't catch the radial deal, where depending on how far away they are from the main source, is when the countdown actually starts. So the kids underground are not really affected. If they get far enough, their numbers are just bigger, and then they can essentially stop. So when they're closer within the circle is when the countdown starts. So that's just a little different. But I can't wait to see the ending of Spoil. We're gonna get the reward of knowing the location of Unrepair. I'm interested to see what that is. What it does Unrepair do? Can only imagine. So that's gonna be really interesting. So what did you guys think of this episode? And I'm just gonna leave you guys with that. So thanks for watching another episode of the Anime Lounge Short Flights. If you haven't, please go check out the Anime Show on Facebook and Instagram if you're not already there. And I'll see you guys next week.